I'm genuinely so pissed off, and it's because we played so bad. We played so bad. First of all, Chelsea are pretty much presenting themselves as how you should attack. How you should attack, especially when you're at home. There's movement everywhere. The midfield three are all over the pitch. Sometimes all three of them are on the left. Sometimes they're spread across the whole field. Sometimes they're just in random places, in striking positions. That is how it should be, with the exception of Fernando Torres, who is very poor. Those three are running the show. Then behind them, you've got two of the best central defensive mids at the moment in the Premier League. Ramirez, who's got all the legs, all the tackling, and all the forward runs. Lampard, who's got all the passing, all the positioning, and probably the finishing again. So you've got those five midfielders who are just completely owning Arsenal. And in stark contrast, you have Wilshere, who's pretty much being trialled in a new position. You've got Santi Cazorla, who's playing on the left, when in his former club he was on the right or in the middle, so left is new to him. You've got Diaby, who's come back from a long, fairly mid-term injury, who's played hardly any minutes for the season. And you've got Francis Coquelin, who is a fringe player who probably shouldn't even be playing. So, just to put that into context, Chelsea's midfield are stalwarts and Arsenal's are dwindling, scared people. And I apologise for my poor choice of words, but it's true. This is ridiculous. Striking options wise, okay, Arsenal have Giroud and Walcott. Fair enough. They've not really combined. They've been terrible, in fact, in combining. They don't look to find each other very often. They don't have a set way of finding each other. There's barely any synergy. Hardly any. Whereas with Chelsea, the front three midfielders seem like they know exactly where each other are at all times, and they want to find each other at all times. But with Arsenal, there doesn't seem to be any genuine plays happening. No one passes between each other. No one goes through as if it's off the training ground. There's no set plays of movements and things like that. I've noticed everyone is just standing still. Standing still. And I don't understand it. Diaby standing still. Wilshere, he's got a bit of movement because he's always trying to receive the pass. Cazorla, again, like Wilshere, he's not really moving about, but he's just standing still. Giroud, standing still. Walcott, standing still, waiting to receive the pass. And when Walcott does want to make a run for a ball, he's always offside. Okay. Arsenal's performance, we can all agree, has been terrible in the first half. And then if you look at the goals, the first goal, excellent finish from Juan Mata. Excellent finish. Something which you just would love anyone who's watching this, no matter what team you support, in that position you want your striker or player to score, and he did it. So we can't ask for any more than that. The ball was exceptional. I didn't see who played it. It was either Oscar or Mata. Oscar or Hazard, sorry, and I'm not too sure. But it should have never got that far because Coquelin was fouled, and the referee waved play on for some reason. I have no idea why. Even though Coquelin won the ball, and Ramirez took just the man. But you know, this shit happens, and if Arsenal scored in a similar fashion, I would be so really happy. But Arsenal shit, so they don't do that. Next goal is the penalty. And Chelsea are stretching us. They're literally tearing us open. And what happens when you're being stretched? Eventually you leave someone on their own. And eventually we left the forward running Ramirez on his own. Ramirez breaks into the box, dashes to the right. Apparently he slips. Apparently he's contact. I don't really give a shit. I thought it was a penalty. They gave the penalty. Lampard scored the penalty. So to summarise, I genuinely feel the tactics are bullshit. Bullshit. Wenger, you are away from home. You are away from home at Chelsea, who, although have been struggling against other teams, they usually rise to the occasion against the big teams. So his answer to that was to go out and play an inexperienced defensive mid, and pretty much injured defensive mid, two players out of position, a player who doesn't want to play in the position that he wants, and a player who hasn't been scoring this year on enough consistent basis, even though showing signs of quality. Okay, then you look at the defence. Vermaelen, He's had Torres in his pocket the entire game. Fair enough. Gibbs, he can't watch what Mata and Hazard and Oscar are doing because they're always changing position. Similarly with Sanya, except I think Sanya's defending is so odd. He doesn't do it properly. He's always trying to win the ball when he should be jockeying, and jockeying when he should be winning the ball. Furthermore, when Sanya attacks, his crossing is so bad. It used to be good. Don't get me wrong, but he can't beat the first man anymore. He can't get the ball out in front of him to whip it in. When you've got Giroud standing in the box, correction. When you've got Giroud standing on the edge of the box instead of in the box, Sanya's crossing has just been poor. He's not finding anyone at all. Mertesacker, he's been positionally well rounded, I think, but it's always going to be difficult when your defensive mids can't help out with these attackers that are just raiding you. Szczesny, obviously, he's Lampard at the penalty, so it was nerves of steel. Lampard and Szczesny, who's decent at saving penalties, so it's not really his fault. But I don't know. I don't know what to say about the penalty because Ramirez does that a lot. He can just jump over people and get past them. So I don't know what to say about that. But it's just been such a bad first half. We'll move on to the second half, man.